Alright folks, welcome back. This is Balatro every day, and today, can I interest you in some debt? Auto loan, home loan, student loan, doesn't matter. As always, you can get the seed from the video description, and when you're ready, let's go Gold Stake Nebula deck. First boss, play 5 cards. First round, we get a full house, might as well. Alright, in the first shop, 2 rentals. The bus could be justifiable. The idea is it's a stacking joker. It's going to get bigger over time. We can stack it up to something like 50, 60, 70 molt by the end if we get it from the first shop. And so maybe then, because of how powerful it is, it's worth the rental fee. With the caveat being, if we are playing all of our hands every round, we are using all of our money every round, right? If it's $1 per hand, and then that prevents us from paying for the rental fee. Could take Jimbo here, just 14 molt. It is holographic, so it is 14 molt as an eternal rental. I think that's for an eternal, fine, I would take it. For an eternal rental, a little bit harder to justify, to be honest. Either way, we look inside the buffoon pack for more information. Clean red card, non-perishable, non-rental. Very powerful. I think if you take the red card, you'll have a mostly successful time. One caveat being we have the telescope on the Nebula deck, so Celestial packs are higher value. Usually we don't skip Celestial packs if we have the telescope. Probably you just want Midas Mask. Midas Mask is incredibly powerful. And so maybe we should take it for that reason. One concern, if I take the Midas Mask, are we able to survive the next 2 rounds? The answer is probably, but not certainly, just probably. I think then, okay, I'm gonna take the value generator, which is a bit of risk, but probably worth it. And then, do I want one of these Eternals? I think if I have the Midas Mask and I make a bunch of gold cards, I think the rental fees don't matter. So thinking about it like that, okay, I can take either of these, whichever one we feel like, or do I want to risk taking neither? I think since Midas Mask cares about face cards, we're not necessarily going to draw all of our face cards within 1 round. It'll take us a couple rounds to get all of the Midas Mask value. Let's take Jimbo here. Sure. So now, since this is plus 14 molt, I can discard looking for face cards. Alright, could be a pair of queens. Pair of queens is kind of strong, I think. Let's go king first. Right. I can play a queen here. It would score the same amount of points. It would win, so we should play the 3 queens instead. Okay. Then what? So by taking the rental, we get slightly punished in the sense of not being able to afford this buffoon pack. But because I have the holographic, I don't really need this buffoon pack right now, and maybe I wouldn't buy it anyway. I think square is great. So now we have some generic plus 14 molt. We have some scaling plus chips. Now, that's it, we win. Obviously, square doesn't work against this boss, but that's okay. I could play the jack as a high card. I could discard first and look for a pair. I'm gonna try high card 3 times. Okay. I want to play high card jack, but I'm not able to. I could play high card queen. I cannot play high card queen. I can play a pair of queens. I could throw away a 10 here and try to draw another jack. Odds of drawing the jack, not very high. We could draw a king. Probably we just play the pair of queens here. Psychic, not just making my square joker worse, but making my Midas Mask worse. Bummer. Alright, 15 bucks. Probably don't need a loot store. Boss says hearts are debuffed. Because we have Midas Mask, probably I can afford standard packs, with the idea being we want to get seals as soon as possible. So let's do that. I don't need a stone card. My most played hand right now is high card, so I could take a celestial pack for that. I think that's ultimately unnecessary. So we already demonstrated we can get, like 230 points, 225 actually, for just high card. So we can open more celestial packs later. For now, let's just square up. So let's discard looking for faces. I'm going to throw away my aces because it prevents me from playing the face cards as high card. Let's go high card king. And we do want to square up here. Okay. High card jack. What cards do we want to keep? Maybe doesn't matter. Usually doesn't matter. Bummer. So let's go high card ace. Might be too much. I could play high card 9. Nah, bummer. Kind of unfortunate we didn't draw very many face cards there at all. Could be strength, could be a burglar, gives me extra hands. I probably don't want the extra hands. Well, I don't want to give up my discards, right? Extra hands so you could grow the square, but maybe I want to use my discard so I can find my gold cards. Strength, I can turn 10s into jacks, would be really cool. I probably can buy these standard packs. Bummer. Do I want to take another queen as another card that I can turn into gold? Maybe. Well, maybe. Sure. Blue seal 3. All right. And do we want the burglar now? In the previous round, we scored too many points. If we take the burglar, maybe that'll happen again. So let's go next. All right, so I'm looking for 10s. I can play high card king. Another high card king. Okay. I have the jack. I did not get my 10s, and maybe that's okay. I can play high card queen here. I'm not going to get the blue seal value, so maybe I play the high card jack. Yeah. Alright, now that I have a blue seal, do I want this standard pack or do I want the blank voucher? I'm interested in the blank. Sure. Go next. Once again, as far as in the short term, as far as scoring goes, we are very safe right now. Maybe I have enough gold cards I could discard some gold cards in the interest of finding my 10s. So the jack's not going to work. I did not get a 10. I can play jack as a high card. Okay. I don't want to use my strength yet. Okay. Hmm, 10 and 7. This is the last round on Midas Mask. I guess I'll do it. I'll do 110 and then 1 queen, maybe. And then I can play this. If we don't square up, then we get the blue seal value, and that's fine. Or I could play the king, and then we don't get the gold card, but we do get $3, and maybe that's worth it. Sorry, we don't get the $3. And we don't get the gold card, but we get the square joker value. I think I just... Maybe it doesn't matter if we square up here. Alright. A little bit unfortunate we could not find a pair of 10s in the couple rounds that we had the strength card, but ultimately that's fine. Now what? Alright, so could open more standard packs looking for more blue seals. Could open a buffoon pack. Maybe. Bosses decrease level. Okay. So order we can sell for $4, I guess. Midas Mask is done. There's a gold too. I think since I have the blue seal now, I don't want a gold too. Let's go next. Alright. So, no longer we have Midas Mask, we can play Ace High for 1,000 points, I guess. Okay. Am I willing to trade money for chips, right? Am I willing to... I think the answer is no. We don't need to square up that bad. Probably. Could be the swashbuckler here. Could be spin the wheel. Standard pack. Let's see here. Red glass queen is kind of interesting. Sure. Okay. And I think I have enough money. I start taking the celestial packs here, no problem. Pick up the swashbuckler and go next. Alright, blue seal in hand. So there's 9 as a high card. Is that much? Okay. And then I can play 10 as a high card. Okay. Cool. Marble Joker. Golden ticket? I think I don't want golden ticket as an eternal. But a golden ticket would help with the problem of wanting to square up, but then potentially having, you know, too many gold cards in hand. For sure, we look inside the standard packs. Purple 2, I think we don't need. And gold seal 7, we don't need. We could go one more. Golden ticket? Sure. And crystal ball is going to make my blue seals better later. Let's go next. This boss... maybe the thing that we do is we play the 2 pair. Or... let's play the pairs because they score fewer points. How about a pair of kings? Alright. And then... what do we got? Play the high card, we lose a level, we gain a level. Bummer. Wah. Oh well. Okay, celestial pack again. clearance sale first. I guess clearance sale makes the swashbuckler worse, but maybe I'm okay with the swashbuckler being worse. This boss is fine. Maybe I wait on the discount voucher. Strength. Okay, so I could turn another queen into another king. I could turn a 9 into a 10. And I'd like to turn into jacks eventually. We could probably go one more. And then go next. Okay. Pair the jacks. Pair of jacks scores less points. Maybe that's something that we care about, scoring less points. Right, like that's already 4,000, so maybe I want to play the pair of kings. Okay, and here... money or square up, right? Could be play the 2 pair. Okay. Held in hand gold cards are $3. Gold cards you play are $4. It's not that big a difference. Could be a gift card here for my swashbuckler. Let's go spectral pack first. Ecto. Ecto on swashbuckler's fine. Ecto on golden tickets probably fine. Ecto in general, if the plan is to play high card, is probably fine. We can do it. I don't think I need a glass card, but I guess it could be a glass 7 or something. Could go one more. Judgment gives me a scholar. I don't need the Hierophant. Alright, so... I want to find my blue seal. I can do that by playing the jack first. So that's 5,000. We can play a pair. Oh, I guess if we hit the plus 20 there, then we're sad. But actually, it's fine. Could be a pair of queens. And then... Alright. Could be 3 jacks. Could be 2 pair here. Could be a full house. Right. Okay, another spectral pack. Sure. Cryptid. Could make a red seal. I could just make more kings. I like the idea of a red seal king, I guess. I don't think it matters. Let's go Arcana. Fool for Judgment. I should have rerolled for tarot cards first. I guess I could take Judgment. Extra discard's okay, I guess. Clearance sale. It's fine. Could be a spaceman instead of a discard. Could be, I don't think I need Abstract Joker. $8 here, or we just go next. Alright, so let's start with a pair of queens. Right. I am looking for kings. Could be 3 kings. Okay. We already played a pair. We already played some kings. Could be 2 pair, jacks and 6s. And then we can finish with high card, like that. Cool. Omen Globe's okay, probably. Gold Seal 3. Nope. Alright. This boss previously played as debuffed. That's annoying. Alright, one more time. Tower we don't need. Though it makes it a little bit easier to play high card specifically. Maybe take a chariot for the blue seal. Tower's okay. Be one of those. Brainstorm. I guess I am willing to give up the spaceman. I guess you could also give up the gift card, but then we lose the swashbuckler scaling. Spaceman is kind of fun to copy with Brainstorm, but we already have square. So let's go keep re-rolling. $8 on a reroll. Let's go next. Alright, so now what? I can play queens. Okay. Could be Jack as a high card. Or what we want to do is we want to draw as many gold cards as we can and then play as many gold cards as we can. Right. Then... okay, could be high card Jack this way. Is 8,000 high card Jack again? I think I'm gonna go stone the ace. Something like that. And then save the chariot for the blue seal. Okay. Celestial Pack, sure. We have telescopes, so we're guaranteed plutonium. There's another blue seal, could be a blue seal ace, or I guess the gold seal Jack is kind of exciting. Just take another blue seal. Could be a boot instead of the swashbuckler. I guess that's cool, that's fine, that's okay. Sure. Do that. Okay. Alright. 2 kings. Let's square up. Okay. 2 queens. My pairs are catching up to my high card. Alright, I don't want that queen. I can play this pair of kings. Or I can play high card queen first. Let's go play the pair. I keep forgetting about the lucky card. If we hit the plus 20, we end up sad. So let's go chariot here. We play high card. And we don't square up here. Cool. There's a fool. What do I want to do with a fool? Could be anything. Temperance would be cool. Let's go one more. Don't need a baseball card. Could be Aura, could be $30 temperance. $30 temperance right now, or wait. I guess let's just go next. So this boss debuffs all my stuff. All my gold cards. Okay. So let's dig. Okay. Looking for the blue seal, maybe? There's the blue seal. So it could be like that. And alright. Alright, so I guess I want plutonium plus temperance. Okay, could be a stone joker, but we already squared up here. Boss says play only one hand. Could skip for 46 bucks. We probably get that much money from just playing the round, actually. Hand size is fine. And go one more. Could take a free reroll here instead of the gift card. Are we done with the gift card? I think I'm willing to go 2 more rounds on the gift card. Alright. The gold could make a blue gold card. Though, if we have the golden ticket, probably the thing that we want to do is we want to play our cards. Right? Maybe turn the glass one into gold. 2 blue seals in hand. So let's go here. I can do these kings as a pair. And then what? Could be another pair without winning. Close. And then high card queen. Okay. Now what? Buffoon pack, maybe replacing the gift card. We could. Nah, we already have square. Round 16, I probably don't need standard packs anymore. We already have 2 blue seals, so let's go one more. Magician, nah. Alright. How about 2 pair? Now we have to wait for all the golden ticket animations. Alright, how about... I want to play Jack as a high card here. We don't get to square up, but that's okay because we have the blue seals. So then maybe the square joker doesn't matter. Okay. Okay, do I want DNA? I could use... I mean, if we got brainstorm, we should do DNA. Plenty of stuff that we can do, probably. Alright. That's it. We only get 1 hand here, so... we could copy the glass cards. That's exciting. I could copy the red seal king. That's kind of exciting too, I guess. So definitely the most powerful thing is you copy the glass queen. I guess I'll do that like this. Copying the gold card is kind of fun though. Once we start doing this, we won't be able to sandbag anymore. It'll just be we win from here. Oh well. Gotta do it. Alright, Emperor. If it was earlier in the run, I think instead of copying the glass ones right away, I would copy the blue seals instead. But oh well. We could copy steel cards with DNA. Get the boss reroll. Death card. So I don't need stones anymore. Could reroll this boss. Play high card. Get out of here. Alright. So go fish. I can copy the queen. I could make more blue seals. I could make another Zoolander with a chariot here. Do we need the gold cards? Maybe. I could also use death on the red seal itself. I think I like the idea of making more blue seals though. So let's go chariot on the blue seal and then we can copy it. And then do one of those. Maybe I should sell this boot. Alright, we use the death card, so I'm not going to use the plutonium right away in case we find a fool. Could be buffoon packs as a way of replacing the boot. Nope. Go next. I guess we could have had a fun Stone Joker run with DNA. Gold cards in hand. I can play this one, and then I guess I will use the plutonium here. Okay. Now, copy the golden ticket. Alright, this boss, discard random cards, okay. Soggy Busky, don't mind if I didgeridoo. Probably something like that. I guess now we could reroll if we want. Alright, blue seal. I did not get the queens that I wanted to copy, so I think I'm just going to not use DNA and then just do something like that. Bummer. Okay. How about this high card king? Right, could be this high card queen, could be this high card queen, like that. Okay. Alright. Boss says, force a card to be selected. There is a photograph. Okay. Photograph replaces Square Joker, probably. Could be Aura on the queen. The odds of us drawing it are pretty low. So probably it's better to just remove 2 cards, to be honest. There's a photograph. Alright, go next. Okay, I kind of want to get the queens together so I could play the, what is it? The flush 5. But it's not likely to happen. Actually, the high card probably just wins. So let's discard for our blue seals, maybe. Do one of those. Yeah, the high card wins because we have the photograph now. Okay. Plutonium, sure. Go one more. Don't need an acrobat. Don't really need Hermie here. Maybe go one more. Ah. DNA. All right. So blue seal in hand could be one of those. Level 30 pairs. Okay. What's in here? There's another red seal. Could be magician. Doesn't matter. Maybe I could have used the world on a queen if we needed to. What's in here? Obelisk. Mime. Just nothing. I mean, that's okay. Hey, look, a Baron. Cute. There's a Showman. Idol on King of Clubs. I don't have that many Kings of Clubs. Let's go next. Alright, force a card to be selected. Maybe not. Okay. How about this? So there's a queen. Now there's a few more queens. Go one more. Okay. Alright, with something like that, probably you go here and then get rid of one of those. There we go, I guess. Alright. It's crazy to me that this run was as fast as it was. So I guess what I mean by that is we got the golden ticket. Okay, that's a bunch of money. We got Midas Mask first, and then we got Brainstorm to copy the golden ticket. And usually when you have this much money, it's very tedious. There's a lot of stuff that you could do. It takes a lot of time, potentially. I guess part of that is we had the bootstraps, and with the bootstraps you want to save your money, you want to not re-roll, and so if we're not re-rolling, then I guess shopping is a little bit faster. But the main thing that I want to take away from this, when we are playing on the Nebula deck, one thing that you could do, if you want to avoid taking rentals, if you want to avoid taking Eternals, if you want to avoid taking bad jokers on the Nebula deck, one thing you can do is you can play a few early straights. And because you start with the Telescope, then you can find those early Saturn cards. So straights are honestly difficult to assemble, but you can get at least one per round, most rounds. There is some risk there, but most rounds you can get at least one straight. The problem is playing the straights is not always rewarded. You don't always get what's going to give you points for playing straights. But if you have the Telescope and you can guarantee those Saturn cards, the Saturn cards which give you 30 chips and 3 mult, that's very powerful. And so, okay, if I can find those Celestial Packs, then I can win with straights, and then my jokers don't need to be as powerful if I'm getting 30 chips from every Saturn card, 3 mult from every Saturn card. The potential danger with the Telescope, of course, is not every shop has a Celestial Pack. On average, it's every 2 shops, but sometimes you'll go an entire ante without those Celestial Packs. And that's kind of one of the issues with the higher ranking hands is they will be highly rewarded if you get those planet cards. If you don't get those planet cards, then you're kind of sad. And that's kind of the problem with the blue seal is you get the blue seal in about 50% of your runs, where that 50% could be sometimes you get the blue seal early, sometimes you get the blue seal too late for it to matter. So really it's like maybe closer to 30%. Where the blue seal is actually useful and relevant and stuff like that. And so in those 30% of the runs, you have access to plenty of hand levels. And then you don't have to worry about something like Telescope or something like, what is it, the Spaceman or something like that, other ways of leveling up your hands. If you think about it, all the different ways of leveling up your hands, the blue seal just does way more than all of those things, even combined, even Spaceman plus Telescope, right? Because there's just not that many Celestial packs. And then the Celestial packs only give you the one planet card that you're looking for, not even guaranteed, just some of the time. And so the result of that is if you don't get the blue seal, the 60% of the time that you don't get the blue seal, then you're just sad. Then your straights just don't score any points. Then, potentially you're struggling to find jokers that give you chips instead of the blue seals. And then that's tough, right? Here we got the square joker. Square joker got up to, I don't know, something like 160, maybe 170 chips by the time that we sold it, but doesn't matter if you have all of these chips coming from the levels from the blue seal. And so like that's part of the problem is the blue seal giving you so many chips from the planet cards, that makes every other source of chips look bad. That makes every other source of chips irrelevant a lot of the time. So this stacking joker, this square joker that you have in Ante 1, that's the best time to get it, and high card is the easiest hand to grow it, and we were able to grow it as much as possible, and then once you get the blue seal, then it doesn't matter anymore. So rather than trying to look at, okay, here's 20 different sources of chips that we could buff, maybe it's just the one thing that's stronger than those other 20 things, and maybe it's just the one thing that needs to be brought down so that it's a little bit more even, or at least that's my thoughts on it. One last thing I want to say about this run, we did have the early Midas Mask, which was incredibly powerful, and we didn't really get to do that unless we take this holographic rental. And so the idea there is, because the Midas Mask is so powerful money generator, then the rental fee doesn't matter. So ignoring that the fact it's a rental, if it's just an eternal holographic, is it worth taking? I think the answer is yes, because the eternal holographic stabilizes the early game. The eternal holographic enables us to get greedier with Midas Mask, and then we get rewarded for having those gold cards. Maybe, rather than taking the red card, which would have been safe-ish. Take care, everyone.